Hello friend, today we are going to discuss on topic on demand. First up on the meaning of the demands. It means that a person is willing and able to pay for the object he desire. Means for example, a beggar's desire to travel by air from Delhi to Bombay has no signifier as he cannot pay for it. On the other hand, a businessman desire to go to Bombay by air is demand. He is able to pay for it and willing to do so. Means demand, this means desire backed by willingness and ability to pay. Means demand means the various quantities of a given commodity or a service which consumer will buy in one market in a given period of time at various prices or at various incomes or at various prices of related goods. Next, uh, this slide should the various types of the demand. First, the price demands. Second one is the income demand. Then cross demand, direct demand, derived demand or indirect demand. Next, joint demand and composite demand. One by one discuss. First upon price demand. Price demand means the various quantities of a commodity or services that consumer would purchase at a given time in a market at various hypothetical prices. But assumption in price demand is the other things such as consumers income, his taste and prices related of goods remain unchanged. Then income demand means uh, the income demand refers to the various quantities of goods and services which would be purchased by the consumer at various levels of income. Here we assume that the prices of commodity or services as well as the prices of related goods and taste and desire of consumers do not change. Next is the cross demand. Cross demand means the quantities of goods or service which will be purchased with reference to challenge, the reference to changes in the price not of these goods but other related goods. These goods are either substitute or complementary goods. Means uh, for example, a change in price of tea will affect demand for coffee. Similarly, in horses become sheeps. Demand for carriages may be increases. In order to prepare a demand schedule of this type of demand, we write prices of one commodity, one demand, the quantities of purchase to the other commodities in the second column. Next is the direct demand means the commodities or services which satisfy our wants directly are said to have direct demand. For example, all consumer goods satisfy our wants directly, so they are said to have direct demand. And next is the derived demand means the commodities or services demanded for producing goods which satisfy our wants directly are said to be derived. For example, demand for a factor production says labor is a derived demand because labor is demanded to help in the construction of houses which will directly satisfy consumer wants. The demand for labor which helps us making a house in case of indirect or derived demand. The demand for labor is called the derived demand because its demand is derived from the demand of a house. Then next is the joint demand means if a finished products as in case of bread there is needs for so many things like services of the flour mills, own fuel etc. The demand for them called joint demand means for example, similarly, for the construction of house, we requires land, labor, capital organization, and materials like cements, bricks, lime is the joint demands. And then composite demand means commodity is said to have composite demand when its use it made in more than one purpose. For example, coal is a composite demand. A coal has many uses as fuel for a boiler of a factory, for domestic fuel, for own for steam making in railway engine. Next, they discuss on the law of demand. Means there is an inverse relationship between quantity demanded and its price. People know that the when price of commodity goes up, the demand comes down. When there is a decrease in price of the goods or a commodity goes up, there is the inverse relationship between the price and demands. uh, the demands the statement of the demand likes the amount of demanded increases with fall in price, diminishes with rise in price. Means inverse relationship between demand and price. Then they discuss what are the assumptions of the law of demand. There is no change in income of the consumers. Then there is no change in price of the products, and there is no substitute of the commodities. The price of related commodity remains the same. Next is the what are the explanation of the demand. First, the relationship between price of commodity and demand depends upon many factors. Like the most important factor in nature of commodities. The demand schedule shows response of quantity demanded to change in price of that commodities. Next to the this slide shows the demand schedule. For one first column, if prices of product decreases, the demand is increases. Then in second columns, then these are the diagrams of the demand. The same price in market, all consumer purchase commodity according to their needs. And the demand is the downward movement to the x-axis. Then why demand curve falls? Because marginal utility decreases. Means when a consumer buys more unit of a commodity, the marginal utility of such commodity continue to the declines. Means the consumer can buy more unit of commodity when its price falls, and vice versa. Then next is the price effect. Means when there is increase in price of commodity, the consumer reduce the consumption of such commodity. Then income impact means real income of the consumer rises due to falling prices. Then same price of subsidy means when the price of commodity falls, the prices of subsidy remain the same. The consumer can buy more of the commodity, and the demand curve slope downward due to the substitution effect. Then same price of substitutes. Then demand of poor people means the income of poor people is not the same. The rich people have money to buy same commodity at high prices. Large majority of people are people, they buy more when price fall, and vice versa. Then demand curve slope due to the poor people. And then last is the different uses of goods. Means there are different uses of many goods. When the prices of such goods increases, these goods are put into the uses that are more important in their demanded falls. Next, limitation or exception of the law of demand. First, inferior good means the law of demand does not apply in case of inferior goods. When the prices of inferior commodity decreases, and demand also decreases, and amount so saved is spent on superior commodity. For example, when wheat and rice are superior food grains, while maize is inferior foods. Then demonstration effect means there is more demand when prices are high. There is less demand due to low prices. The rich people like to demonstrate such items that only they have such commodity. Then ignorance of consumers means The consumer usually judge the quality of commodity from its price. Low price commodity is considered as inferior and less quantity is purchased, and a high price commodity treated as a superior and more quantity is purchased. This why this the law of demand does not apply in this case. Next, less supply. The law of demand does not work when there is supply less of commodity, because the people buy more for stock purpose even at higher price. They think that commodity will become short. Then depression means the prices of commodity are low, but there is increase in demand. It is due to the low purchasing power of people. That's why the law of demand does not apply in depression. Then speculation means the speculators start buying share just to raise the price. Then they start selling large quantity of shares to avoid losses. Then out of fashions means the decrease in prices cannot raise the demand of such goods. The quantity purchased is less even though there is fall in prices. Next, importance of the law of demand. First, price determination means a monopolist can determine price of commodity on the basis of such law. He can know the effect on demand due to the increase or decrease in price. Then tax on commodity means the law of demand is important for tax authorities, like the effect on tax on different commodities is checked. Then agriculture prices means the law of demand is useful to determine the agriculture prices. When there are good crops, the prices come down due to the change in demand. In case of bad crops, the prices goes up, the demand remains the same. The poverty of farmer can be determined. Then planning. The individual demand schedules is used in planning for individual goods and industries.